Cafe talk show.
Oh, hello. I really like your show.
What's your question, sir?
Could you tell me who's on tonight's show?
Strongest man in the universe!
Your deep breathing exercises are done.
Good evening. Welcome to the Literary Cafe Talk Show. Immediately seated to my right is the most dangerous band in the land, Sponge Eye Cabaret. Tonight we've got some great guests lined up for you. Those of you that are here in the bar, show your appreciation. Those of you that are at home, why not? Show your appreciation, as only you know how to do. Those of you that are sitting at home, you're watching this right now on channel 53, Cleveland Cablevision. It doesn't get much better than that. That's channel 53. Take Ernest Angley -2, and you're on Cleveland Cablevision channel 53. And yet again, it's time for the Literary Cafe Talk Show. We've been doing this thing coming on 2 years, isn't that correct? Band, you want to help me out here? 2 years? 3, coming on 3. You know, it's important to have that little witty repartee between the host and the band.
I was a young man when we started.
Yes, you were. Joe Mylan over there, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he'll be singing before the evening is through. And of course, this band is probably the toughest band that we've ever had thus far. They seem to be ready to play. They seem to be ready to kick out the rock and roll jams. And we're all fortunate to have them here today. And for those of you that are listening at home, hey. I love a pregnant pause. Right now, oh, by the way, who am I? Who's that guy sitting at the desk jabbering on and on? Well, I'm Chad Stanley, host of the Literary Cafe Talk Show. Right now, I'd like to welcome my very first guest of the evening. His name is Tom Pattison. This is a man who's been involved in a variety of different pursuits. He, I guess he can best be explained as a producer, a unique, visionary guy. I want you to welcome right now Tom Pattison to the stage. Welcome, Tom.
How you doing?
Somehow I feel like I already know you.
Really?
Yeah. Tom, basically you jumped into the news. You jumped into the news in a big way when you organized a haunted festival that was a lot more than that, basically. It was called Planet Hell. It took place in Painseville, and basically everything hit the fan, because this was a haunted festival like none other. Tell us a little bit something about that. What did that really encompass?
Besides doing the videos and production works that I've been doing for years, I do haunted gigs, like haunted festivals, and I've been doing them for about 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided if I'm going to do something haunted, I'm going to take true life horror and show it. For humans do enough horrors unto themselves.
Naturally.
Yes, naturally. Why create them?
Right.
Or make them up? So I did, and I called it Planet Hell. And the politicians didn't like it. Well, actually what happened, the Plain Dealer came out and threw me on the front page how disgusting it was that I dared to show true life
So
horrors.
what was so disgusting about it? I mean, this wasn't your standard, horror festival. But what was so disgusting that it pushed everyone's buttons?
Instead of showing your Jasons, slashing them up and stuff, I showed the Holocaust, I showed abortion, I showed little children that had been killed and murdered and abused, and each one had a true life horror, and
So-
they decided to chastise me.
Too close to the bone.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't this like
The
sweet, benign
Oh, yeah.
ghosts and goblins, give the little boy some candy
kind of
type
stuff you want to
Halloween thing.
bury under the carpet, and
Right.
I didn't. So politicians threatened to actually called the fair board and told them to shut me down.
Wow.
And then after I took out some scenes because I had to, a business, it's either that or be shut down.
Right.
It was not my way, but my brother's way. My way is to say screw you.
He's real hilarious, even though he does use a lot of obscene words. And
They, after the scenes got taken out, the TV networks jumped all over it and came out to hand me my.
I've got a list of people that wanted to talk to you about that. It was a mile long. You talked to everybody about that. It seemed like a domino effect.
Yeah, after the local
You hit a
TV
nerve.
network hit on it, and actually Fox went on my side and started fighting for me to put the scenes back in. And they were actually fighting for me on the network. Then it went on UPI and it went worldwide. The story went worldwide, front pages everywhere. The BBC did me in London, England, which floored me. They
Right.
did a special on it.
Right.
Howard Stern called me.
Chad Stanley called you.
Chad Stanley, of course, called me. And,
By the way, we've got a clip of the media brouhaha.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
all right,
yeah. Oh,
we're gonna roll this tape right now, ladies and gentlemen. You can check out the media brouhaha connected with Planet Hell.
Disturbing. I think it tries to teach you a political message, and this one, while the other ones just try to scare you.
That just all puts reality back into your head, what you should think about mainly in your life.
These teenagers have learned a few lessons tonight at this controversial haunted house in Painseville. Lake County commissioners blasted the organizers, saying that some of the rooms depicting abortion and the horrors of the Holocaust were disgusting and inappropriate. But organizers say they've missed the point. It's not gratuitous gore.
Planet Hell faces the true life horrors of mankind. It's a message place that we hope to teach teens how to face and hopefully prevent a lot of things that they're facing in their future.
Real-life horrors like teen suicide, the effects of drinking and driving, and satanic cults are shown in graphic detail, and it's hitting home.
You know, on Halloween, industry tries to promote things like this as scary, but the organizers of this haunted house are trying to send teenagers a message. Things like this aren't real life, and they're not scary.
Because it teaches the kids, this is what's going to happen to you if you do that.
You'll come home and you'll see it on the news, and you'll be like, I saw that tonight, and it'll scare you the next time you get in the car with someone who's drinking and stuff like that.
In Painsville, Charles Ballard, the 10 o'clock news.
When the media grabs the stick, they can't stop smacking.
Oh, no.
Correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they beat around the bush.
When Howard Stern wanted to interview me, I refused. I thought he was going to make a joke out of it, and I didn't want to do it.
And what was
myself.
his reaction?
Actually, when I finally agreed to do it, I said, PR's PR, and I'll fight him. And instead, he was really, really cool with me. He was really cool. And matter of fact, he was all for it. He gave me ideas of scenes, everything, of what to put in next year.
Okay, so let's touch on something now. Like, everything that you have done has kind of led up to this point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So you've got, going back 10, 20 years, I have here in my notes that you are the originator of the Tough Man competition.
Yep, it's true.
And basically, Tough Man competitions. Does everyone know what that is? Tom, I think we found something out here tonight. We have found out that people love violence.
Yeah, they do.
And I think they're a little disturbed by that fact.
Yeah.
That bothers them. But basically, Tough Man competition, That's when people would show up to bars and regular old patrons would get up and beat the hell out of each other.
Exactly.
For the entertainment of others.
That was actually the very first promotion I did.
I'd like to do a little bit right now, if I could.
Sure.
Is Tim Herron here tonight? Can you please approach the stage? Now you see, Tim Herron is like a local guy here. He's an artist like most of the folks in Tremont. He thinks of himself as a tough guy. And I mean, you organize the tough guy competitions, and no one knows tough like you know tough. Mm-hmm. I want you to take one look at Tim Herron and tell me whether he would last 5 minutes in a tough man competition. Tim Herron, to the stage, please.
Mighty, the strongest man in the universe.
All right, this is Tim Herron. Don't speak, Tim. We'll get to you later. Now here's one look at Tim Herron. He's a regular local artist. He's a tough guy, by admission. How long would he last in the ring? What do you think?
Tell you what, the guy who won the first one was 174 pounds. Oh, I take it back. He 168 pounds, and to make weight, he wore ankle weights with sweatpants over him to make weight.
Wow.
And he's the one who won. He knocked everybody out.
So there's hope for Tim. There's hope for Tim, ladies and gentlemen. See, Tim, that wasn't that bad. You just bought that fella a couple drinks now.
Okay.
You know, he just made his day, his week, his month. Okay, we're going to take a little break. We're going to be right back after this commercial message with more of Tom Pattison. So stay tuned to the Literary Cafe Talk Show.
Hello, Literary Cafe Talk Show.
Like, duh. Could you tell me if it would be worth it to invest in Tremont?
Well, maybe, but I think you should check out this next segment that highlights the well-appointed and gracious lifestyle available in Tremont.
Real geeky.
This town is coming alive.
Oh, yes!
Groovy.
We're back with Tom Pattison, producer, videographer. I want to get back into some of your older stuff. I mean, like a lot of other artists, you know, you have a vision. This is what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Of course, there are the bills-paying gigs, and there were a lot of them. In the previous segment, we talked about Tim Herron and the Tough Man competition and all that stuff. But you've been involved in a bunch of different stuff going back 10, 20 years. Tell us a little bit something about your background.
Besides the Tough Man, actually that started me. I then ran into when the Cleveland Browns used to play here. I created the first and wild and wacky videos for the Cleveland Browns that were on HBO. The biggest one was called Masters of the Gridiron.
Oh, is that what the guy comes over with a heavy voice?
Called Masters of the Gridiron?
Masters of the Gridiron.
Oh, yeah, it was really popular. It actually sold more videos than anything in the history of Cleveland.
And you did a lot of music stuff too.
Music videos we did.
Yeah.
I did Michael Stanley's last Hard Die the Heroes video, which was featured in that. I started the look and sound alikes of Michael Jackson and everything that are out in Vegas right now called The Legends. Worked on a couple TV shows, American Gladiators, and another one for Nickelodeon called Guts. So a little bit of everything. And I'm working.
So is it just me, or do I see a little theme of violence in all of your work?
Actually,
is that a fair assessment?
Actually, my passion is the reason I did The Tough Man was a violent streak in me. My wife was ill.
Yeah.
She was dying, actually, and that really brought out violence in me. When she died, I dropped The Tough Man, and others picked up on it. And matter of fact, it's still going.
Right.
I am more want to use my talents to tackle on the horrors of mankind. And I'm doing, that's what everything that I'm going after is.
So everything that you've done out in Painseville,
yeah,
that's not over.
Oh,
you're basically taking it up to another level. You told me you were working on an album/video project. What's that all about?
I'm doing a video album. I'm writing the songs. I'm singing them. And it's going to be called Planet Hell. The character is myself, called The Messenger, and each one has a special tune. I dropped off 4 of them for you.
Okay.
Each one will have a message. The first one, the anthem, will show war, death penalty, all the different killings that have gone on.
So let me ask you a question though. Once this is done, okay, the video is finished and the music is recorded. How do you market something like that?
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
It's a bitch. Yeah. I've got some good connections because of the Browns videos I did, so I'll put them out in LA with this, and I'm following this up with a video movie called Planet Hell.
Okay.
And that we're filming right in Cleveland in August, and I'll have no trouble getting that out. None.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming to the Literary Cafe Talk Show. Tom Pattison, everyone. Been an honor. Thank you. We're going to be right back. We got some interesting people lined up here tonight. I'm Chad Stanley, and I'm glad that you are who you are. We love you. Don't change. Stick around. We'll be right back.
What about Festism?
Festism's going to be July 20th. What about it? It's just a Sunday afternoon.
Hey.
Andy? We're going to do a commercial for Cuban cigars. We're going to do one, but not tonight, but we're going to do a Cuban cigar commercial. It's going to be, our demographic is going to be 30-something and 40-something people that smoke bongs in college that want to stick it to the man, but they've got a day job and they can't stick it to the man anymore. But now the only way they have to be rebels is by smoking Cuban cigars, so we're going to do a commercial for them. That'll be coming up. Is anybody here for the very first time who has no idea what we're doing? Talking to the audience.
And now, the man who
who shows up at the Tremont Art Walk to look at the art, Chad Stanley.
Oh God, this talk show is really getting me down. I need some cheering up. I want to get happy. I really do. Please welcome the one and only Fondles the Clown. That band, Fondles.
That was wonderful.
About that band.
Oh, was that good?
Wow. You know, I got to admit it, you know, the pressure of hosting this show, I'm Chad Stanley, the host of the Literary Talk Show. The pressure of hosting the show gets me down from time to time. I got a lot on my mind,
Oh, I know how it is, Chad.
I need some cheering up, and I feel so good now that you're here, Fondles. You make me feel so good. Doesn't he make you feel good, everybody?
Well, that's what I'm all about. That's what clowns do. They make you feel good. That's how I got the name Fondles. I make people feel good, yeah.
Tell me a little bit something about your background, Fondles.
Oh, well, after I got out of the joint last time, they set me up at Brook Park Road, and I welcome all the customers now.
My. So you have a long and varied background.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see your resume.
I used to do circuses, but they caught me with the elephants one too many times, so...
So tell me, Fondles, where are you working right now? Is this your bread and butter?
Oh, yeah, well, Brook Park Road, it pays pretty well, you know, and chicks, man, I get chicks all the time. Chicks are really good.
So let's say, I mean, a lot of folks here tonight at the Literary Cafe, they love a good laugh. They want to feel good.
Come on, laugh it up, boys, laugh it up!
We want to feel good.
Yeah!
We want to feel real good.
Oh,
and if we want to feel real good, Fondles, and we go out to Brook Park Road, hell, I know I do. If we want to see you, Fondles, where can we look you up on Brook Park Road? There's a lot of interesting places there.
Well, there's Juicy Lucy's, and, I don't know, you know them better than I.
Where can we find you?
Oh, in any
Where's your hangout?
The slippery video studio. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Is there a particular video emporium that you frequent?
Yeah, that one.
You know, I just want to, this just came to my mind. You know, we live in troubled economic times. I mean, the price of everything has gone through the roof. We were talking with Cigar Boy earlier in the evening about the price of cigars going up. Price of cars going up, price of clothes going up, the rent is up, utilities are up, everything is up. I speak for myself and my friends that we're struggling just to hang on to the American dream. But the beautiful thing about, the peak shows is they've been 25 cents since the beginning of time. That is one industry that refuses to raise their price, and a round of applause for the adult industry, please. Your comments on that, Fondles?
Oh, well, it's provided a good way of living for many people who may have been down and out in the past, and I'm pleased to be part of it now.
Well, Fondles, all I could say is this a look that you've cultivated gradually over the years, or is this something that you just fell into?
Well, I just I tie myself up every day, and this is the result of having done that. I'm not what I used to be, though.
What's a typical day in the life of Fondles the Clown? What time do you get up? Where do you eat? We want to know the real scoop on Fondles.
Well, I usually wake up at the crack of noon, and then we go down to Brook Park Road, and I get my pay from the guys down there, and they always shortchange me, but later I get up and then I really start rocking, like about about 8 o'clock, and that's when my girls come. You know.
How late do you work? Is it a late night business?
Well, it depends on whether my girls are 18 or not. If they're 18, we take them all the way, you know, into 4 p.m., 4 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., but sometimes 6 a.m.
Right.
And so I can work very late sometimes.
At 6 a.m., the only place that's open is Denny's.
Right. Well, you can find us at Denny's. That's true.
Oh, yes!
I'll open it up to the audience right here. Any questions for Fondles the Clown?
How'd you get your name, Fondles?
Well, yeah, like I said last time I was up at the joint, they called me Fondles. It used to be Bozo, but I thought it was a little too innocuous. So
there's a
after they beat the living.
Do you clown around with just anyone?
Oh, sure, yeah. I have my business card here, somewhere.
Later in the show.
Would you like to get it out for me?
Question, Linda, for Fondles the Clown? I think we've reached the end of the road with Fondles.
Oh, that's too bad.
I am impressed.
We need happier people.
I am impressed that you have forged your own identity. You are a self-made man, a businessman, if you will.
It's true.
A Renaissance man.
Yeah, I have very deep pockets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only Fondles the Clown. Don't shake his hand, by God, don't shake his hand. We'll be back after this with the Literary Talk Show.
Hello, Literary Cafe Talk Show.
What kind of chump-ass penny-waste operation you guys got going there?
Dr. Smith.
I shall rend them limb from limb.
Well, sadly, all good things must come to an end. And we've reached the end of yet another Literary Cafe Talk Show. I'd like to thank a local artist, Bill Shadubsky, for this painting. Can we get a close-up of it? Very groovy. I'd also like to thank all of our guests that have made this show a rousing success. And I'd like to thank you, the viewers at home, for watching us on Channel 53. If you like this show, pick up the phone and give Cleveland Cablevision a call and tell them, hey, I love that Literary Talk Show. It's great. Well, that's all for now. You have yourself a great night. Bye-bye.